Hey, it's Todd Fox here from the only Halos in the Infield Network, and I'm with Ron Holt from 714 Tickets. How you doing, sir?
Good, Todd. Pleasure to meet you today.
Hey, same here. Thanks for making the time.
Absolutely.
Man, I just wanted to bring you to the audience because they hear about you all the time, whether it's Roger Lodge saying 714 Tickets or you're at the stadium now. I mean, how big of an accomplishment is that?
Yeah, it's we're very grateful to be on the left field wall. But yeah, it started off where we just were on Roger Lodge forever, and then became official sponsors of Angels baseball, and we were lucky enough to get on the left field wall. It's super exciting. I grew up in Southern California, so it's neat to see my business out on the left field wall.
And that's cool because what I wanted to let the fans know, obviously there's a big announcement during this podcast, but I wanted to let them get to know you. As far as like, what were your beginnings? How did you get into this business?
Yeah, that's a great question. I grew up in Southern California, born and raised in the San Fernando Valley, and then I came out here in the summer of '84 to go to Chapman College. It was a college back then before the university.
Okay.
And that summer, July 4th, 1984, I was on a little harbor cruise in the Newport Harbor for a day cruise on 4th of July. My uncle, Sonny DeFalco, owned Troy's Tickets in Pico Rivera.
Okay.
And I asked if he had a summer job, and he said, "Do you have a car?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Show up to work tomorrow," and that's how I started getting into business.
So you kind of just learned from experience, like hanging around, seeing how they did things?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I just washed the floors, cleaned the windows. He's an Italian guy. He liked to go get his favorite pizza from downtown LA, so I'd go around in the car and pick him up delicatessen or whatever he needed me to do. And then 3 weeks later, the summer games, the Olympics in 1984 started. So that's how I kind of fell into it, from just washing windows and cleaning floors, being a runner. I actually started procuring inventory for the Olympics, and started rolling from there.
That's awesome. And then, so once around that time, were you a fan of the Angels, or did that come about after? Or?
Yeah, I grew up in the Valley, so I grew up a big Laker fan, Dodger fan, but I was a huge Angel fan, especially during the Nolan Ryan years. My business partner, Todd, watched the stadium get built, so he's a huge Angel fan.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm absolutely an Angel fan.
That's awesome. And then, so from that point of working, down there in Pico Rivera, what made you say, "Hey, man, this is a business I want to get into. This is what I want to pursue and go for"?
Yeah, the summer of '84, like I said, and I was going to Chapman. School started in September. I got a taste of the Olympics, and I just loved the industry. I always liked going to games. I liked going to concerts, and I saw my
so you made your thing, right?
Yeah, so my uncle was, I saw what he can do, what he's doing in the ticket business. I'm like, this is super cool. The tough part I had with pursuing this as a full-time career was I was the first one in my family to ever go to college.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it was a tough pitch to my mom, but she's a Sicilian lady that she is. She said, "I'll take care of your father. You do what you want to do in life." So I quit school and started my business in 1990.
So were they skeptical about it, or were like, because obviously that's you want to pursue this, were they wanting you to, obviously the college thing didn't work out, but I mean, were they skeptical on if you were going to succeed or not?
It's funny because I thought right from the beginning, I said, "This is what I'm going to do." My parents support me completely, but in reality, they asked my uncle if he could really make a living doing this behind my back, which I didn't know. My mom told me later in life once I, started 714 Tickets and got it rolling. My mom realized it was a thing for the rest of my life.
Okay, and then the 714 came about because obviously the area code and being out here? Or?
Yeah, that's great. We started in Corona, right? And our company name at the time was Top of the Line Tickets.
Okay.
When I worked for my Uncle Sonny at Troy's Tickets, I ran his Buena Park office off a beach in Lincoln, and that phone number there was 714 Tickets. So I wasn't able to get the number because he was still in business, but he passed away in 2002, the year that Angels won the World Series. And I always wanted that number just for nostalgic reasons. So he owned a bunch of old advertising at Yellow Pages and things like that. So that number was idle for a really long time, like years, 6, 7, 8 years. And then, or actually 5 years. And then I had one of my great teammates here at 714, I just said, "Anybody gets this number gets a bonus." And I had this girl that would call every single day to Pacific Bell to see if the number got released. And we moved to Anaheim on Catella across the street from Honda Center in 2007, and about a month later, she was able to get the phone number.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Just playing the waiting game and it worked, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. So with that being said, now you're 7-4, you're local, you're starting out. How is it like competition-wise? I mean, you have to deal with all these different other brokerages and, ticket brokers and whatnot. How was that? Was it daunting at first? Did how did you get into that? Because obviously you started local, but how did you begin to expand?
Yeah, so, when I first started, there was the yellow pages and a phone call or a walk-in, right? There was the big thing was a fax machine because us brokers, there's a lot of them in Southern California at the time. The way to share information of inventory that we each held, we'd have to call each other every day. What tickets do you have? What tickets we have? What do we want for them? And so forth and so on. So the biggest thing technology-wise that sounds crazy was the fax machine because we could actually fax the inventory we had every day. And then we didn't have to make those calls. So that was one step towards technology. But I always braced technology. So prior to the internet, I was paying attention to what's going on in markets and things like that. And the internet changed our industry completely, where you can be a local brand but also go nationally.
Yeah, I bet you it helped being able to email instead of having the physical tickets, right?
Right, that was right. I remember the ticket when you just rip it at the gate, and it became the ticket with the barcode on it, and everybody freak out on that, oh my god, a barcode, he wouldn't rip it. And then the PDF ticket, like you said, you could get it in an email, and people freaked out on that. And now we're here all the way to the mobile entry on your phone.
Man, a lot of my friends, they still try to get the ticket stubs at the gates, and sometimes even when they show their ballpark, but they want to get the physical ticket for their memory. It's a thing. The whole ticket stub thing.
Yeah, I'm a big collector of the whole ticket stubs. Actually, that's a big collectible item. I wish they still had more of the hard stock ticket. You can get them every now and then.
Yeah. It just depends on where you go or who you know.
Right.
But my thing is this: I got to pass this on to you. We all the time when we bring you up on our post game, when we do the commercials online and whatnot, we always get compliments. Just the other day, someone said, "Hey, I got tickets through 714 Tickets for the Lady Gaga." And I saved a bunch of money through the Heedy code that I wound up being able to get a couple Angel tickets for free on, with their little bank that you guys do. Because not a lot of people know that you can use that 714 tickets. There's no taxes, no fees. The price you see, obviously the famous slogan is the price you get. And then on top of that, the Heedy code gets you 10% off and also goes 5% into your bank. And so you're able to recoup, extra money to pay for tickets. I mean, everybody that we've turned on via the page, the podcast, is always like, man, I saved a bunch of money for these tickets. Or I was in Tennessee and I saw the Titans, or I saw that. And they're surprised it works nationwide.
Yeah, it's crazy because people don't have to differentiate. 714 Tickets is a marketplace. First of all, great that everybody's using your code. We see it a lot through our website, a lot of activity. Like you said, you get the 5% back on top of the 5% off, but to use for future purchases. But the reality is, we're just like a StubHub or a Vivid Seats or a SeatGeek. The differentiator is we're family run. We are in our own local market, and we actually own the tickets we're selling. So those marketplaces, just like Amazon, for example, they don't own all the product that's on their marketplace, right? So StubHub and all those other marketplaces are simply a marketplace like an Amazon. So we're supplying rights holders like myself or other, aggregators of inventory, or even the promoters of the team sometimes may distribute this inventory out to those marketplaces. But if you come directly to us, that's what will save you a ton of money.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that you can get tickets wherever, because, again, and a lot of people, when they think 7142, it's like, oh, it's, it's local, it's SoCal, it's this, it's that. But then, they're surprised when they can go to different sports, when you can pick different teams and get that. And it just works over and over. Because some of the codes, and we've been blessed that you gave us the opportunity, because there's other ticket brokerages that say, hey, if you partner with us, it's a one-time code. And you guys are always like, no, you could use it over and over. And that's why I think what the fans love about it. We got people that are even not Angel fans that have heard our podcast, and they're like, hey man, it's helping us out with those Dodger tickets because they're so pricey,
Right.
So it helps. And I think that's why we appreciate your business so much, because it's locally owned and grown, and we're just excited to see you guys grow. And wherever we can help, wherever we could be a part, we love to do that. So,
well, we love your podcast and what you're providing for the fans, and it's just super cool to see you grow with us as well. So, just give us the opportunity. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, some big things coming up. I hear you're getting the manager's gonna have to raise out his right arm, because you got to get out there and throw that first pitch, man.
Yeah,
how cool is that?
Big day. That's super cool. I never thought I'd do it. Yeah, I was warming up this afternoon on the side yard with my wife, actually. But yeah, it's going to be August 18th. Angels Reds. I'm 714 Tickets, and Ron Holt specifically is going to throw out the first pitch. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah, and I heard there's a little something else that's going on that day as well.
Yes, what we're doing is I want support. I want people out there. You throw it about 15 minutes before the start of the game. So we have the people come out early. So we're doing a special at 714tickets.com, where you can call us at 714 tickets as well. And we're doing Field All-Star tickets, which is the lower level, just outside the bases, like probably where the dirt meets the grass about from the infield.
Okay, between the foul poles. And all that.
Yeah, and they're going to be $7.14 while supplies last. So
Wow.
it's a smoking deal. We want fans to come out and just support us in 714 tickets and watch me hopefully throw a Hummer right down the middle. We'll see what happens.
That is awesome, man. Is there like a frame of like how many you got like available for?
We started it yesterday, actually. We just announced it on Roger Lodge, and we already sold over 100 tickets for that game. So we expect to have 500-600 people out there, but hopefully we can hit to 1,000. You never see what happens.
You know what? I'm gonna try to put the word out. Some of my friends, the Halo boys, that did the whole right field revolution. Maybe we can have a bunch of them fill up that area too.
That'd be really cool. Yeah.
Because they went pretty early for that game, so maybe we can get there.
Yeah, I was out there for that game. It was great to see that right field packed with all the Halos out there.
I'm telling you, on our side, that just goes to show ownership and everybody else that we're passionate. We want to see winners. You know, you remember Wally's World out there in right field, Hideki Matsui Land when he was there. They had that whole thing, but that was on another level. This felt like a college atmosphere, Ron, and I think for the benefit of everybody, not just the team, but even for you, with fans coming in there being energetic, wanting to buy those tickets, come to multiple games. That's an atmosphere that we need to see, right?
I think. You got to be passionate when you go to the game. You have to be respectful, first of all, but be root for your team, right? And Orange County is laid back, right? And I love it. I live in Orange County, work in Orange County, so there's nothing wrong with the way we're laid back. It's actually super cool. But, to have that 10th man on the field, or to be out there and just rooting for your team and being involved in the game as opposed to being on your phone. And I understand in this day and age you're on your phone a lot. I am too when I'm at the game. But, every pitch matters, every hit bat matters, and just having the passion to support your team really goes a long way, I think.
Absolutely. So with a packed house there, did you ever play ball?
I played a little bit of Little League. I played more high school basketball as my sport.
Okay, basketball. Okay, did you run point or shoot?
Yeah,
I was going to say, you're kind of short. I wouldn't expect you to be a center or nothing, but that's cool. All right, but you have that baseball background, because I was going to say, man, you're warming up, you're getting ready, big crowd. You're going to feel any pressure for that first pitch? Because
I think what's going to be wild is the depth perception, right? I mean, you go out to the park at your side yard, like you got that good depth perception. When you're in that big stadium and on that mound, I think it's going to be kind of wild. I'm just thinking this. Aim for the head, and hopefully it doesn't hit the dirt.
Yeah, don't do a 50 cent and throw up on the backstop or nothing like that.
All right. I don't know. I just don't want to bounce it. A little left, a little right, I'm okay, but I don't want to bounce it.
Just keep it somewhere in the strike zone. Exactly. Yeah. But that's awesome, man. What an awesome privilege. So that goes to show you that, good things happen to good people. You see, we checked your bio, everything. We know you're a good person. Everybody knows you're a good person, and you've had a great company here. I've talked to many of your teammates over the last couple of years, and they've had nothing but good things to say about the company and about yourself, and that's a testament to you and your family as well. So now I got to ask, now that you've succeeded and you're still on the come up, how's the family feel about everything?
They love it. We all like to go to games and concerts. So they're like, Dad, you work as much as you want. But I have great support. I had both of my oldest son and youngest son used to work for me. They moved on to the tech field when I built technology for the ticket space as well. So it helps, that's a whole nother probably podcast to talk to you about what we did in the technology field for the industry. But my family supports it 100%. And we just it's very important. Everybody that works with me and my team, either friends of myself or daughters or sons of my business partner. So we have a really close-knit people that work with us, including our family.
And you know what? The great thing, too, I got to bring this up, the customer service with you guys is phenomenal, because, a couple times, this year I bought the season tickets, but last year we didn't have them. So I was going to games, nightly or whatever, whenever I can. And there was a couple times where you buy tickets and maybe someone buys them at the same time. And I immediately got an alert, like, hey, man, issue with your thing. And before I could even, figure out, okay, do I have to call or do I send? So you guys called me and were like, hey, we're going to upgrade you, sorry for the mishap. And it's like, it's not your fault. It's just tickets go that fast. But I love the fact that you guys take care of your fans. You take care of your people.
Yes, I want to hit on that a little bit. I'm glad you brought that up. Customer service is our number one priority when it comes to 714 tickets. no matter what you do, you go have a meal, you go out shopping, or whatever you do, go to the grocery store. I always like good customer service. It's so important to me when I have my experiences in life that I want to bring those experiences back to our team here. And then that's great. You mentioned the website. So with the velocity of inventory selling and all of our inventory is up in all the marketplaces, but if you come to us directly, you'll save a ton of money not going to those other marketplaces, but that will drive a double sale occasionally now and then. But what's great about our website is we offer automatic free upgrade. If you check that box, automatic free upgrade, there's no extra charge. If your tickets are not available, we always contact you before you upgrade.
Absolutely.
But we always let you know there's a better opportunity out there in case your tickets are already sold.
Yeah, you guys actually got me into way better seats than I paid for, and you gave me the same price. So I was really happy about that. And then also, you guys, what I appreciate you guys do as well is not just the customer service and the outreach of the website. It's easy, but the selling the tickets as well. So if you have tickets you can't make, it's very easy to ballpark it back to you guys. And you guys keep you up to date on whether it's sold or not, and it's just really nice how you guys have that concierge service, right?
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's a consignment program.
Consignment,
yeah, and it's a concierge service as well because we take your extra inventory, whether it be Angels baseball or a concert, or even last minute. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I have these. Let's just pick something out of the air, like Disney on Ice at Honda Center. There's no way you could sell those tickets. Like, you'd be surprised. We sell all of our consignment inventory, about 99% sell-through rate. It's really easy. We manage the purchasing in of the inventory, the pricing of the inventory, and then we follow the market all day long. So we have prices confirming, obviously we want to get as much money for your tickets because the more we get, the more we make. We keep 20% of the net take. But the more important thing is not letting this inventory go to waste.
Yeah.
And it recoup some kind of money, and it works out really well. And we send out checks every Tuesday, so it's really simple, streamlined. You have an account online, you can watch your activity on your tickets, so it works out really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. You get the best updates. They take care of you. Very easy website. I mean, it's like almost a website. Like, my dad is not tech savvy whatsoever, but he can probably do it. Because he's terrible at stuff like that. But he figured out YouTube. I'm sure he can figure out 714 tickets. But man, Ron, as far as the Angels are concerned, obviously you're angeled out, like as am I, as the Angels podcast. Got to ask you, the deadline passed. We kind of talked a little bit off air, but what would you have done in that situation if you're Perry Manasseh? You put your Perry Manasseh hat on.
I don't know what I'm getting offered, but just pie in the sky. I call anybody out. I would have gotten rid of Tyler Anderson, not because of last night's pitching performance, just because it's the last year of his contract. They get some pieces for him. I wouldn't have gotten rid of Ward personally. I wouldn't have traded Adele. I like our nucleus of our team. I think we're playing decent baseball, and sometimes we're playing great baseball.
Yeah, they hang with some really good teams.
Right. Yeah. So I like the nucleus of our team. Do you want to see a move? Yeah, but you don't know what's going behind the scenes and what's getting offered. So it's hard to be the Monday morning quarterback or get the guy in the bullpen trying to figure out how to add the next reliever to the game.
It's true, because on our podcast, we always get the same thing. Because at the beginning of the year, I was like, hey, man, if we can get to 500 after last year, I'm happy. That's a big increase, But then the fact that we're right there at 500 already, and like now we're like sniffing the playoffs because the AL is so weak. It's like you want more, you're grasping for more, but it's one of those where I think we have to temper our expectations. And if we fall short of the playoffs, for me, I take a win getting close to or at 500.
What's great about this team is, since the beginning of the year, I was at the home opener. I've been to mostly every game. Tonight will be my sixth game of the week. So, or fifth game of the week. I'll go tomorrow and Sunday as well. But, the big thing is this team always feels like they're still in it, no matter what the score is. Every at bat seems important. They make some mistakes, but every team does. But I like the idea of, like, when you're in the stadium watching the game, you feel like they're going to come back if they're behind. That's what's the big differentiator this year for them. Okay,
and I got two curveballs for you. Two curveballs. Fan of the Rally Monkey? Because it hasn't been around much. Did you want it to come back?
I'm a fan of the Rally Monkey. I like it for the kids. Kids love it. They got actually, my niece was at the game with me on Tuesday. She had a Rally Monkey. It didn't pan out, but it's interesting to see how the evolution of it and how it's kind of died off a little bit. But you see a big comeback, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I kind of miss it, man. I miss jumping around because they don't even play jump around long. They cut it pretty quick. And the second curveball I got for you is, obviously you're wearing red. The Angels are, I think, in year, since 2002, they're about 24 years in with that red logo. They haven't really changed much other than the alternate jersey, the City Connect. Do you think it's time for a rebrand?
They've done it a few times, right? No, I like the brand. I like the City Connect jersey. I like that look, but I like the traditional look, and I don't think we need to rebrand the team.
Okay, like so you wouldn't go with the whole red bill, blue top?
No, I don't like.
You don't like the '80s jersey? Okay. That's like it's one of the arguments between Angel fans. Like, there's some people that want to even go back to like the Disney periwinkles.
No,
But I don't think so. Yeah, that's not my.
Do you have an opinion on that one?
Yeah, I don't like those. I do. If the Angels were to, I kind of like their 95, 96 ones, a CA. I kind of like them claiming the whole state, but I don't think that'll happen. But I do like the red. It's just, I wish they would go back to like an Anaheim on the front or something when they're on the road, like they used to have.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, to represent the OC. But Ron, man, continued success, man. We see how it's growing, and more people are talking about it. And you'd be surprised. Like, I work at a facility with over 100 drivers because we do trucking and stuff. And since I've been telling them about 714, it's like that's all they use. And so, like, every now and then someone comes by and says, "Hey, man, I just saved a bunch of money for that ticket thing. Good looking out." And those are Dodger fans, those are Laker fans, those are just fans of other football teams, or it's college and stuff. But the thing is, it's spreading, and I think that's the awesome thing is when you could look at, you didn't pay for your stuff. It's all organic. You're growing it from the bottom. I mean, that's got to be very, very gratifying.
Yeah, it is for sure, Todd. Like, it's super cool because I've always believed in grassroots marketing, great customer service. But like, how do you get us great deals like this? How do you get us into a ball game for this? How do you get us a Laker game that cheap or a concert? It's word of mouth. We don't spend a ton of money on search engine optimization or pay per clicks and or influencer money. We try to keep it local, well, with a national brand, right? So we can still help you anywhere you want to go in the country. But Southern California is a huge fishing hole and has a lot of people that want to go all over the country, not just locally. So we just believe in tell your friends about us. Make sure that you let them know that we have the best service and the best prices, and give us a shot. Another thing is, a lot of times people call and say, "Hey, I can get these tickets on this marketplace. Is this a good deal?" If we don't have the tickets you need, and we feel what the market's going to be or the place you're shopping is a good deal, we'll give you that advice. Say, go ahead and pull the trigger and try us on the next one.
Wow,
it's super important to make sure I'm all about the fan. I go to all the games, I go to concerts, like I said earlier. But it's just like it's really about the fan having a good time, a good experience. Because it's hard, you're spending your expendable income, so you want to make sure it's a good spend.
Absolutely, that's good to know. Again, that's how he takes care of the people, man. So we appreciate your time, Ron, and good luck with that first pitch, man. We're all gonna be watching.
Yeah,
hit that strike zone.
Well, come out. You'll be at the game. You guys see the seats, but anybody wants to come out, we got great deals. They won't last forever, so you want to buy them early. I can only get so many at that price, but we want to get the place filled up and cheer us on.
We'll definitely put the word out. So this is Todd Fox, Ron Holt from 714. Catch him on the 18th, right?
Yeah,
it's the Cincinnati Reds. We're looking forward to it. And if you need tickets at any time, 714 Tickets is a place to be. Give them a call or go online. Have a good one, guys.
Thanks very much.